Oh, I'm so happy that we have a comedian on the program right now because timing is everything in life. My pleasure to welcome Quebec's own Rachid Badouri onto the program. He's on the line. Rachid, how you doing?
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
It's great to talk to you. Now, here's why I say timing is everything. On this show so far, we start this show at 9 o'clock in the morning. And at 10 o'clock, I had mentioned that I saw Tim Hortons Pizza for the first time in my life in the wild. And it didn't look so good, right? So I just got a joke sent in from a listener. We have the best listeners in radio. So here, our listeners also think they're comedians. I want you to rate this joke, okay? I want a comedian's take on a listener's joke, okay? They write this. Elias, I heard that Elio's, Pizzeria Napolitana, and Pendelli's Pizza will start selling lousy, cheap coffee to compete with Tim Hortons. What do you think?
That's a joke? I thought you weren't finished. Sorry. So I guess it's 2.5.
2.5. Okay, that was the joke.
For the effort of writing a setup, but now we need a punchline.
Okay, listen, I thought it was funny. They were reacting to the fact that Tim Hortons is selling pizza now, right? I know. That reminds me when McDonald's used to sell pizzas. That's right. So we can get your age just a little bit, Rachid, right? Because if you remember McDonald's pizza, you have to be a certain age. Okay, my man, tell me about going to LA over the weekend and doing comedy. By the way, you started off. I've seen your comedy in French. Now you're doing comedy in multiple languages. Tell me about why you headed to LA over the weekend.
I was actually invited by an ex-Montrealer who's now the head of Netflix as a joke festival, which is Robbie Pra, who used to work for Just for Laughs right here in Montreal.
Yes.
And because my show is on Netflix, I'm bragging right now, but because the show is on Netflix, he actually called me back in January to tell me, listen, you want to come and do a show here, perform at the festival between May 2nd and May 12th. I said, yes, but I mean, when, how, where? He goes, well, that's the thing. You don't ask me. Just tell me, so I'll put your name on the posters, and if I find something and if I get something for you, I'll let you know. I go, perfect. And I got a call, a month later from the Comedy Store, legendary comedy store on in Hollywood, which they left me an email. They said, listen, we saw your name on the roster. We'd like to have you for an hour. I was like, oh, an hour. And I remember my dad saying, whenever they ask you, even if the answer is no, say yes. Always say yes. I said, yeah, I have an hour. Yes, I have a beautiful hour, a perfect hour for the event. So, yes, I went back to work, went back to the writing board, and started performing everywhere around the city. Thank God we have beautiful comedy spots, comedy clubs. I went so many times to the Comedy Nest, and also with Sid, who has so many venues across town, Deli Planet, Melrose. I went everywhere, literally everywhere. We did some shows also at the Leonardo da Vinci Center here, a couple of shows, and then slowly the hours building, and then when I thought I was ready, we stopped. I think a week before I left to LA, and then it was a good thing. It was a good experience.
So Rachid, yeah. I love how things come together on this program, and I did not know this. Like when our producer on the show booked you, I was pleasantly happy to see your name. But Robbie Pra, you mentioned Robbie Pra, who's the bigwig at Netflix in comedy. We went to high school together. We're still best friends. Literally talked to him yesterday, right? Like we talk multiple times during the week. So,
that's amazing.
That is quite something, and it's not surprising that.
You know what I like about Robbie. Sorry to cut you off there. What I like about Robbie is that he never forgot about his Montreal roots. He's still in touch with everybody here in Montreal, especially Bruce. Who's the head of the JFL festival here in Montreal, and he never forgot about Montreal, and just the fact that he invited me there. I'm the first French Canadian who ever participate at this great festival. So to me, kudos to Robbie, who for a lot of people when they cross the border and they go to LA, they just forget about small beginnings and the hometown, but never Robbie. No.
Yeah, absolutely. I would totally agree with that assessment. Now you brought up Just for Laughs and Bruce Hills, so I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about this. We all know the tough times for Just for Laughs, and that there's no festival that seemingly will happen this year. What are your, as a comedian, as a Montreal or Quebecer comedian, what are your thoughts about losing that right now for this city?
Well, not only as a comedian, I'll tell you my thoughts. Also as a guy, an artist who was made by Just for Laughs. Without Just for Laughs, we wouldn't be talking right now. I don't know if my future would have got me to another path to get where I am right now, but the path that I know in this present life is the one that Just for Laughs gave me back in 2005 when they discovered me in one of their French galas. So without them, I'm nothing today. So for me, when I heard this thing was shutting down this year, of course, I was sad, but I trust the process. I hear through the grapevines that they're working hard on maybe bringing this back next year, and they have to. Whether it's a rumor or not, I think they have to. I'm not a specialist in festivals or galas, but we have this reputation across the world, around the world, of being Montreal is like the hub of the comedy scene for 2 weeks during the festival in July. People have tendency to forget, especially on the French side, that JFL is bigger than anything you've ever known in the comedy world. I mean, for 2 weeks here, you're walking down the streets of Sainte-Catherine, Saint-Laurent, Saint-Denis, and it's not uncommon that you could cross paths with Bill Burr. I got bumped by Bill Burr at the Comedy Nest. He just showed up there. I was like, my God. He goes, I'm sorry I bumped you. I go, no, don't apologize. I love you. He goes, what do you mean? I go, no, I'm not in love with you, but I mean, I love you. I mean, I'm a comedian. Don't forget. I goes, I thought you were a rapper. I go, no, I'm not a rapper. I don't know why you thought I was a rapper. But, so it's one of the biggest festivals in the world. I don't know if that's true. If it's a statement I'm going to make right now is true, but I heard even Mr. Bean was discovered here in Montreal. Some of the, do you remember that documentary Jerry Seinfeld did when he signed off on his big series, the Seinfeld Show? Remember when he came up with a documentary called Comedian or something?
Yes, I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you remember when one comedian, one veteran said, "Listen, there's two big breaks in a comedian's career. Is when you get a call from a late show. Back then it was Letterman and Jay Leno." He goes, and the other call you get that makes you know for sure that your career is going well and it's going on the upside is when you get a call from the festival, from the JFL's festival.
Yeah.
So we have to bring this back to Montreal. My point is, because we don't want to lose this momentum. We don't want to lose this reputation. I saw what they've done with the Netflix is a Joke Fest back in California last week, and it was huge. And we don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose that to anybody. So we have to bring this back here, whether you're on the French side or on the English side. Quebec itself, the whole province, and Montreal are it's in our DNA. There's hockey and there's comedy. So it's almost a religion here.
Well, listen,
so we can't lose that. Yeah.
Rachid, listen, I want to thank you for coming on the program. I want to say congrats, by the way, on the success, and looking you up, by the way, on the Netflix is a Joke Fest page, the LA Festival, and obviously your special, the French special, en français special, that's on Netflix right now. Thanks for joining us this morning, and continued success.
Oh, my God. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Elias. I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. That's Rachid Badouri right there, comedian, one of our own comedian, now doing comedy in English, in fact, south of the border. Okay, when we return on the Elias Macco Show, Paul St. Pierre Plamondon, leader of the PQ, will join us, and we'll talk about his proposal to ban cell phones all day long in schools.